oversight of the executive, and shortly, cabinet secretaries will be appearing before the House to answer questions. The other items are still in Parliament. The IEBC selection panel and the future process of recruitment of its commissioners could as well be part of a conversation leading to constitutionally and legally binding proposals through a bipartisan parliamentary process. In other words, I am suggesting that the issues that have been raised by our friends on the matter of IEBC, my suggestion is that this matter can be handled in Parliament by a bipartisan parliamentary process so that we can agree on what it is they have an issue with, and we can adjust as is agreed and as necessary. And therefore, in these circumstances, and in view of the recent events that led to loss of life and destruction of property in the demonstrations that have occasioned in our country for the last 2 weeks, I urge.
How much? For a ride?
We're going to town, not another continent.
To call off the demonstrations and to give this bipartisan approach a chance for us to take the country forward. Meanwhile, I call on all Kenyans to remain peaceful and law-abiding, and I assure them that the government of Kenya will continue with its sacred duty of protecting their lives and their property, including their businesses. Thank you very much. I can take 1 or 2 questions.
Jina langu ni Joel Chacha kutoka runinga ya K24. Baadhi ya matakwa ya Azimio vile vile ni kuhusiana na gharama ya juu ya maisha. Je, Wakenya watarajie kupungua kwa bei ya bidhaa muhimu kufikia lini?
Tuko na mpango kamili ambayo tunashughulikia gharama ya maisha. Kwa mara ya kwanza tumesajili wakulima milioni 5. Tuko na mbolea milioni 6. Saa hizi wakulima wetu wanashughulika na kupanda chakula kote katika taifa letu la Kenya. Juzi nilitangaza ya kwamba tumeagiza chakula kutoka nje na itaanza kufika wiki hii. Tuhakikishe ya kwamba pale kutakapotokea pengo ya kukosekana kwa chakula kabla hatujapata ile chakula ambayo tunazalisha mashambani na wakulima wetu, tutakuwa na nafasi ya kutumia chakula ambayo tumeagiza kutoka nchi za nje. Tumeagiza mahindi, tumeagiza mchele, tumeagiza maharagwe, tumeagiza chakula ya aina nyingi ambazo tayari tulipatiana ilani kwa wakulima wetu kwamba kama kuna mkulima yeyote ambaye bado wako na chakula katika magala zao waziuze, kwa sababu kuanzia mwezi huu tutapata chakula kutoka nje ya nchi. Na pili, ni watangazie Wakenya ya kwamba mahali tulipata gharama ya chakula pale ilikuwa shilingi 200.
2. We agree that a balanced parliamentary process co-chaired by both sides and backed by experts from outside should proceed. In our view, this committee must be composed with immediate effect, with strict deadlines for resolving the crisis facing the country. 4. In accepting the call for the dialogue, we ask that all arrests and prosecutions related to our demonstrations be stopped with immediate effect. In view of the foregoing, we stand down our demonstrations for Monday, that is tomorrow, April 3rd, 2023. 6. But in doing so, we want to emphasize that the right to assemble, to demonstrate, petition, and to speak are ironclad as provided for in our Constitution. 7, therefore, we reserve our rights to call for demonstrations should this process not bear fruit. Should there be no meaningful engagement or response from Hon Ruto to our counter-offer, we resolve to resume our demonstrations after 1 week. We have said several times that demonstrations, picketing, processions, petitions are enshrined in our Constitution, and therefore they are not criminal. We have also said that we as Azimio have never organized criminals to vandalize businesses of innocent, hardworking Kenyans. This is the work of our distractors. Our distractors have all the times tried to show these demonstrations as being violent and aimed at destroying businesses of other people. We want them to desist from doing so. And we want to underscore the point that demonstrations are a fundamental right of each and every Kenyan. Therefore, we would like to see other organizations, particularly human rights organizations, turned out and condemn these heinous acts which have been committed by the state. There have also been excessive use of force by the police. Police officers are meant to keep law and order. But if you find a situation where police officers are using live bullets against unarmed civilians, it is of course basically a reckless police force which wants to cause life, which they are supposed to protect. We actually protest in the strongest terms possible, but this violation of the fundamental rights of our people. We say that we are ready to embrace dialogue and that we will engage as long as Mr. Ruto and his team are ready to engage. We as Azimio are ready because we want a peaceful resolution to the differences that we are having in this country. We want to strengthen our democracy. We want our election to have meaning, that how Kenyans vote is actually what is eventually announced by the Electoral Commission. And we have also said that we do not want to see the 4 commissioners who had said no to be sacrificed. We want those commissioners to be reinstated so that we can be able to move in as a country in a one and a united way. So we are ready as Azimio. I'm saying in conclusion, we are ready to engage. We will engage without any kind of coercion in whatever way. And this process could start as early as tomorrow. I thank you.
Now, earlier on,